Have you ever wondered why humans have such enormous brains compared to every other animal on Earth? Our brains make up only about 2% of our body weight, yet they consume roughly 20% of the energy we use every day. That's an incredibly expensive organ to maintain. So why did evolution invest so much energy into building it?
The answer is one of the greatest mysteries in human history. Millions of years ago, our ancestors didn't look very different from other apes. They climbed trees, searched for food, and survived by instinct. Their brains were only slightly larger than those of modern chimpanzees. Then, something extraordinary happened. Over the next 2 million years, the human brain nearly tripled in size. No other living primate experienced such rapid brain expansion. But why?
Scientists believe the first reason was survival. Africa's climate changed dramatically. Forests began disappearing, replaced by open grasslands. Finding food became much harder. Instead of relying on strength alone, our ancestors had to think creatively. They needed to remember where food could be found, recognize dangerous predators, and plan long journeys across unfamiliar landscapes.
The smarter individuals survived more often. Over thousands of generations, natural selection rewarded bigger and more capable brains. But survival wasn't the only challenge. Humans are incredibly social creatures. Living in groups meant remembering dozens, even hundreds of relationships. Who could be trusted? Who had shared food? Who might betray the group?
Keeping track of all these social connections required an increasingly powerful brain. Some scientists even call this the social brain hypothesis. According to this idea, our brains didn't grow bigger simply because the world became difficult. They grew because understanding other humans became even more difficult. Then came one of humanity's greatest inventions: language. No other species communicates with the complexity of humans.
Language allowed people to share knowledge without every individual having to learn everything through experience. One hunter could teach another where animals migrated. One parent could teach a child how to make tools. Ideas could survive even after the people who created them were gone. Knowledge began accumulating across generations. As language improved, brains capable of learning, remembering, and communicating had a huge advantage. Technology also changed everything.
The earliest stone tools appeared over 3 million years ago. Making even a simple hand axe required planning, precision, and imagination. Each new invention demanded more intelligence than the last. Fire was another turning point. Cooking food made it easier to digest and released more calories. Those extra calories helped support a growing brain, which required enormous amounts of energy. Some researchers believe cooking may have made large human brains possible. Without cooked food, our digestive systems might never have produced enough energy to fuel such an expensive organ. Then there was cooperation.
Humans became masters of teamwork. Unlike most predators, early humans hunted together, shared food, protected children, and cared for injured members of the group. This level of cooperation required empathy, communication, and long-term planning. Every one of these abilities depended on a larger and more complex brain. But having a bigger brain came with serious costs. Human babies are born far less developed than the young of most other mammals. That's because an even larger brain wouldn't fit through the mother's pelvis during birth. Instead, much of our brain development happens after we're born. This is why human children need years of care before becoming independent. That long childhood gives the brain time to build trillions of connections through learning and experience. It's one of the reasons humans can master languages, science, music, engineering, and countless other skills. Yet scientists still debate exactly why our brains became so large.
Was it climate change, social relationships, cooking, language, toolmaking, or was it all of these working together? The truth is that evolution rarely has a single answer. Each small advantage built upon the last.
Over millions of years, those tiny improvements created the most powerful brain ever known. Today, that same brain has built cities, explored the deepest oceans, landed on the moon, mapped the human genome,
and created artificial intelligence capable of answering questions like this one. It's easy to think of our brains as ordinary because we use them every day, but they are among the most remarkable products of evolution. A universe of nearly 86 billion neurons, constantly working together to imagine, create, remember, and dream. The next time you solve a problem, tell a story, laugh with a friend, or wonder about the universe, remember, your biggest evolutionary advantage isn't your muscles. It's the extraordinary brain inside your head. And despite everything we've learned, it may still be the greatest mystery we possess.